It's live. Hello, everyone. We are now live, I hope. And every time I start a stream, I always say, oh, it's going to cut off what I'm saying at the beginning. Anyway, today we are doing a little bit of game testing. So trying to figure out what the next piece of content I want to make is. And I've got some ideas, but I think what the YouTube analytics told me is that I need to make a video about online multiplayer games on a Mac. And these are exceedingly rare, I'm afraid. There are very few games that can actually be played multiplayer on a Mac because of various anti-cheat measures. And of course, there are tons of massively multiplayer online games which do work. Now, you can find my 15 MMO videos that work on a Mac video on my YouTube channel. You can see that. So a lot of those have Mac ports, Mac OS specific ports. We have some interesting ones like Star Wars: The Old Republic, which just got a native Mac port. It's actually a Wine Windows wrapper. And the really good examples like World of Warcraft. However, we are, distinctly lacking any kind of, I'd say, popular competitive online multiplayer games. And what's interesting is that we have a game like Marvel Rivals, which I'm just loading up now, and that does work pretty well. We had a kind of an anti-cheat issue where they decided to ban all Steam Deck users running the game through Wine, and of course Mac users running through Crossover Preview. And but it actually does work okay. So this is one of the games which works okay on a Mac. It is running through a translation layer, so it's not as good as running it natively. I really doubt that we'll ever get a native Mac port of this game, but it's exciting to see that this does actually work. So this is one of the big online competitive live service games that you can play. Team-based shooter kind of replaces the Overwatch 2 itch that a lot of people have. So if you have an error message when running this, then we're just going to quit out and then come out again. Let's just load this up again. Good. Hi everyone. So just be forewarned, today we are doing a short stream. So I only have about an hour and a bit to play. So I've got a whole list of games which I want to cover. You can see on the bottom left, I've got games that I want to record. Now, there's a list of the done games on the second column. These are games I recorded recently on the M4 Mac. So I'm not going to do Dota. I'm not going to do Dota again, I'm afraid, just because I can't be bothered. And I've recorded plenty of games relatively recently. So these online MOBA games like League of Legends, Dota 2. I covered Path of Exile 2 running the Windows version of the game. It's going to have a Mac port in the future. I did War Thunder on the M4 Max. I did Diablo 4, the Windows version. I covered Valheim, Roblox, Minecraft, Rust, Combat Master. I did that earlier last year. Isonzo and Rocket League. Now the games I do want to kind of cover is Marvel Rivals today, Power World, Counter-Strike 2. I mean, I've already recorded footage recently of Counter-Strike 2, but kind of want to do a bit more of that. And then I want to do a little bit of some other games I haven't really tried much of. Unturned, Goose Goose Duck, Terraria Warframe, Super Animal Royale. So if you've got any like multiplayer games that work on a Mac, whether it's native Mac OS games or Windows games, then make sure to leave a comment, or you can super chat as well and add it to the list. And just be forewarned as well, today is going to be a short stream. So I'm going to do another stream roughly this time tomorrow. So if you want to check it out, I'm going to start earlier tomorrow. I'm going to try and knock out all of these games and get all the footage done for it. And of course, this is Marvel Rivals. This is a Windows-only game. To play this game, you need to run this through the latest version of Crossover Preview. So this is the 2024 December 20th version of Crossover Preview, and you need to be running this environmental variable. So I've got a whole tutorial about how to do this. You need to add the Steam Deck exception, right? Otherwise, it'll give you an Unreal Engine crash. Okay, responding to chat. Hello. Yeah, I'm not going to play Dota today, Cat Woe. If you want to see Dota footage, I've got, if you check out my M4, any of my M4 videos, which I did in November, December, then I've got a lot of those covered there. Where is Cyberpunk? Cyberpunk is not the native Mac version. It hasn't been released yet. It's going to come out this quarter. So maybe in the next month, maybe in 3 months' time. Who knows? Can you try running Ark Survival Evolved? I don't think I can run that because of Battle Eye anti-cheat. It might work on... I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll work at all. Sorry. I didn't know he streamed How is Baby Benjamin. Baby Benjamin is no longer it's no longer a baby. He's a grown boy. Big. He's like a man now. He's huge. He's taller than his mum. He's nearly taller than me. And yeah, he's no longer a viral baby anymore. He's like a big boy now. Okay, thanks. Okay, so if you've got any suggestions, I mean, what are your favorite multiplayer games that you can play on a Mac? Like specifically online multiplayer. So I know there's even more local multiplayer games that you can play on Mac. You know, if you've got a couple of controllers, they work pretty well. However, what games can you play online? What can you play that's competitive? So like a shooter, you know, Overwatch 2, you can't run anymore on a Mac due to some issue with that. I'm not really sure. Is there any way to play Fortnite on a Mac without GeForce Now or something like that? Yes, you can play Fortnite on the Mac. Why is this not even running anymore? Using FN Mac Assistant. I haven't done a video on this, but if someone super chats me, then I'll cover that. It's basically sideloading the mobile IPA version of the game, and then getting it to work there. So yeah, I don't understand. Let's just load up Marvel Rivals again. So I've got D3D on. I've got the environmental variable turned on. So you have to do this when you load up Steam. Let's just play this, launch this again. Okay, BF4 works pretty well. Is that Battlefield 4? Okay, FN Mac Assistant is pretty easy and it works great. Okay, I think I might make a dedicated video about that at some point. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try to like compile my list of like online multiplayer games that you can play on a Mac, starting with the flavor of the month, which is Marvel Rivals. So have any of you guys actually played much Marvel Rivals before? I'm not really au fait with it. You know, I don't really care that much about these team hero shooters. For me, like I play these competitive online shooters, and then it just doesn't really. I don't find them very fulfilling as a genre of game. Like it's fun, right? But gold. A Ghost K Web says they're the gold. Is that a ranking, right? Is gold the highest, or there's like platinum and diamond and stuff like that? Yeah, let me know. Battlefield 4, does that work well? So I heard that they implemented a lot of anti-cheat into the Battlefield game. So Battlefield 4 is the only one that doesn't have anti-cheat. Is that right? Some Ghost K Web, some maps lag a lot though, which is why I asked about Crossover 25 release. So I mean, Crossover Preview 2024 in December the 20th, 2024. That's the latest release. It's basically Crossover 25. I mean, basically, we're talking about a game which is basically Crossover 25. There's not the difference between Crossover Preview and Crossover 25. There's been a lot of features been added over the last year that only work on Crossover Preview, and so I expect that when Crossover 25 is officially released, which is probably going to be in the next month, maybe 2 months, it's going to have all the same stuff as Crossover Preview. You have stuff like support for Marvel Rivals, Red Dead Redemption 2. Someone's asked about Red Dead Redemption 2 online. So you're going to get very limited frame rates on the Mac, even with a really high spec one. So you know that you have to be extremely, you have to really lower your expectations as much as possible, because Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't really ready to play at the moment. Some maps lag a lot. So Ghost KY, which game are you talking about here? He's still talking about Fortnite. Okay. I'd be surprised if a mobile version of Fortnite will lag on Mac. How's Marvel Rivals FPS with crossover? It's okay. I mean, you can play the game. I'm playing this. Oh, yeah. Today we're testing on the Mac Mini with the M4 Pro. So, Marvel Rivals. Yeah. That's why I'm cold. Okay. Yeah, today I'm testing on the M4 Pro. So I've got the Mac Mini with the M4 Pro still. This one's the version with 24 gigabytes of RAM, and that's unified memory. And let me just check the GPU core count. So under graphics, it says 16 GPU cores, and what's the CPU core count? 24 gigabytes of RAM, and I've forgotten how to check for CPU core count. Where is that? Chip. Yeah, here we are. 12 CPU cores, 6 performance, and 4 efficiency. How come it's 12 cores but 6 and then 4? That doesn't make sense. I'll check that later. Okay. So Marvel Rivals can take a bit of time to load up. We are running this through a translation layer. This is actually the first time I loaded it on this computer. Okay, it doesn't like that I disconnected. Okay, let's look at the settings. Okay, FevSub performance mode. Let's make sure my keyboard is inverted. Control. Okay, let's put some headphones on so we can hear what the hell's going on. My primary issue is that I'm unable to get Red Dead 2 to run. The Rockstar Games launcher says it's currently running and quits. Yeah, that's with crossover. Are you trying, Joseph? Are you trying with crossover preview, or are you just trying with something else? Because crossover preview is the thing that you need. Okay, so let's just play this with the practice. Let's go into practice mode. Have you tested some of the wargaming games? So yeah, I've tested out War Thunder before. You can now decrease graphics quality even further, like model quality in Marvel Rivals. Okay. Yeah, Joseph Norris. The only way to play Red Dead Redemption 2 locally on the Mac is using the latest version of Crossover Preview, and you also need a lot of RAM on your Mac. So you need like at least 24 gigs of RAM, ideally. What's the difference between Crossover and the preview? So Crossover 24.0.5 is the latest stable release of Crossover. So that released in, I think, in the summer 2024. And basically, the way that works is that's the latest stable release. So if you run the trial version of Crossover, or if you run that's the version that's working. The preview versions are only available to paid license holders of Crossover Plus or Crossover Life. So you need to have paid for Crossover in order to get access to it. And it's basically the bleeding edge latest version of Crossover. So if you look at my latest video that I made, it explains everything that you need to know. And what's interesting is that basically Crossover Preview is like an untested version, or it's similar to a nightly release, but instead of Crossover used to put out nightly releases, but now they're just putting like the latest kind of alpha release, and they're just doing it every like 1 or 2 months instead. And the latest Crossover Preview allows us to run Marvel Rivals, and it allows us to run Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay. Not War Thunder, World of Warships, and World of Tanks. Yeah, I played. You can do World of Tanks. I did that for a video before, but World of Warships, I haven't messed around with that. Do people play that a lot? Do people play a lot of World of Warships? Because I think I remember looking at that in parallels like many years ago. Okay, how come it's taking so long to load? Okay, so guys, in the chat, questions asked. Okay, Ghost K Web's got gold on Marvel Rivals. Is that playing it on a Mac through crossover, or is that playing on other platforms? 256 is not acceptable. Not upgrading my M1 Mini until it dies. Okay, fair enough. The M4 Mac Mini, so not the M4 Pro. There is now like a third party solid state drive you can buy for the M4 Mac Mini. So I've always thought it was strange, like people talking about how it's not acceptable that the M4 Mini, the Mac Mini doesn't have increased storage. So yeah, it kind of sucks that the base M4 Mac Mini only has 256 gigabytes of storage space. Kind of sucks. But for me, it just doesn't really matter because you can attach any kind of device, like a storage device, solid state drive, Thunderbolt drive, anything. And then that's just going to expand your storage because it's like a desktop computer. So I don't really care that much about. It's already so tiny. Look at this thing. So small. It doesn't matter. Okay, guys, what is a good character to play? Is the shark guy good? I haven't played him before. Let's try it. Okay, so I'm just going to look this way so I can just look at my monitor. Yeah. Apologies. I play it on Proton on Linux PC, but my MacBook is better. Okay. So this is third-person game, right? So my character hasn't rendered yet. Let me just check my my settings. I need my sensitivity to go up a bit. But anal about this, need to get it the same. Even though it probably makes no difference overall. It's like double. Yeah, let's do it double. Oh, here we go. My guy's rendered now. Is this my character? What is this? Is this shark guy good? I have no idea. Oh, just be aware as well, guys, that my internet's really crap, right? So hopefully the stream is going to go okay. But if I play an online match for real, it's going to be terrible, okay? I can tell. Okay, good. Let's just see what the settings. So Ghost K Web was saying that we've got the ability to do even more graphics adjustment. So let's not limit. How come we're limited in frame rate? We're not limited. Okay, we'll VSync off. And then we want graphics quality that sets to low. So it's 1080. We're looking at is this 1440p? Really? Let's just try full screen. Invisible Woman is better. Okay. I'll try Invisible Woman. Okay, 1080p. Performance mode. Let's just do quality, okay. My screen is turned off for some reason, even though I've got this on full screen. Let's try borderless window. If you change it to low, it won't do it. You have to change it individually. Network stats. What's wrong with low? Model detail. Oh, it's performance mode. Okay, so there's even lower performance. So there's low, and then we'll put this on performance, see what happens. Is this really 1440p? Just check. Okay, we are playing at 1440p apparently. Okay, so let me just put on my yeah, just change the sizing of my window to make it easier for you guys to see. DirectX 12 game, eh? Okay, 1440p. You can see the frame rate counter. Okay, crossover relies on Rosetta 2. Do you think Apple will remove Rosetta 2 in the support? I made a whole video about this about 3 years ago. I don't know whether they will remove it. Okay, let's play Invisible Woman. Can I? Let's try Invisible Woman. What's that? Is Invisible Woman a Marvel character? I never heard of Invisible Woman before. Okay, just a warning, guys. I'm not going to do a long stream today. I'm going to do like a part 2 stream tomorrow, starting about 3 or 4 hours earlier than what I'm starting at today. So if you're around tomorrow, I'll schedule it in later just to check it out. Let's see. Let's play. Let's do a practice. I'm going to load in the practice round first so that I can actually cache some of the stuff, cache some of the shaders and stuff, animations. Then I'll play an online game. Invisible Woman equals Susan Storm. Okay, I don't know. My Marvel lore is not great, I must admit. I do like the new Marvel stuff though. It does take a little bit of time to load up. How do you get custom resolutions to work? Are you using a Mac Ghost K? Oh no, her daddy. Her daddy is hard. I'm not gonna say your username. Oh, did I just press quick match? Okay, I'm playing a real match. Oh, I could have pressed H to change my hero. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Hey Andrew, I found your channel through a random search of how to play game on the M1 MacBook Pro. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. Beware of AI and fake devs. Okay. I just bought an M4 maxed out M4 Mini with 2TB hard drive. Love it. Gonna explore what games to play on it this weekend. Well, this is one of the games that you can play on the Mac. I'm level 1. Okay, I'm playing a real match by accident. I don't intend to play a real match yet. I was gonna do it after I cache some of the shade. I'm gonna perform very badly compared to what I should be, how I should be performing. So remember, guys, I'm streaming from a 5G modem, right? So it means that my connection is bad. I'm gonna have slightly unstable ping as well. So if you see some shockingly bad online gameplay, then you know that's not my fault. It's the internet. Many years ago, when I used to play online Quake and stuff, right, we used to be separated between the ISDN users, like the basically the proto broadband users, and then the modem users. So I used to have a 56K modem, which was quite slow. Used to get a ping of like 130 milliseconds, and it used to be called an HPB, high ping bastard, right? But then the LPBs, the low ping bastards, right, would dominate, especially with the railgun. Anyway, I'm back on 5G connection, which is not too bad for like general use, but it's kind of bad for multiplayer games. Okay, I don't know what's not loading fast enough. ISDN still does nothing. I wonder if people are still on ISDN. There's like a few people who are still on 56K modems. These exist. I don't think it crashed. Let me just see what's going on here. Game crashed. Not good. Okay, I might just reload this again. It's gonna like ping me for, it's gonna ding me for leaving a match again. Let's just load up again. Ah, shit happens. Yeah, 56K modems. I mean, you might be shocked to find out that there are still a few people using the 56K modem. The keyboard shortcut to get to get Spotlight is Command Space to get that up. Chat already figured that one out. Okay, let's load it up again. 56K as in 56 kbps, kilobytes per second. Isn't that right? Yeah, I remember it specifically being like 56 kbps. This is like the old days. Digital line, da da da. It wasn't just North America, it was everywhere. Kilobits per second. Yeah, it was bad. Every time you run an Unreal game, you have to press that no button about the AMD thing. Every time you run a game through crossover. So yeah. It would take a while to torrent stuff. I remember trying to not torrent, but like download wares and software, and it would just be like a 20 megabyte file. It would just take forever. Yeah, kilobits, not kilobytes. I always get really confused about this because mostly, when you're downloading something, you're actually downloading, you're looking at megabytes per second, which is not the same as megabit. It's like 8 times difference. And Steam, what I noticed is that Steam reports the speed of downloads differently depending on which platform you use. So one of them is either Windows or Mac. They display as megabit, whereas yeah, see, on the Windows side it's Mbps, but on the Mac side, this is the Mac client, it shows as oh no, it does so. Oh, okay, when I was looking at this before, it was showing the peak speeds at megabyte per second. One of these was inconsistent, which was interesting. Yeah, 1 byte is 8 bits. Confusing. And now games are 100 gigs. Yeah, so hence was why I've got this 5G connection, because the router that I got is not too bad. It's like a TP-Link mesh Wi-Fi router, and with the external antenna like attached to the top of my house and the balcony, I'm getting about 200 or 300 megabit download, which is a lot faster than the street that I have. So I live on this like old London street. I'll be getting faster speeds in the near future, I think. I was on internet pre-web days and it took over 24 hours to download my first browser. How did you even download the browser in the first place? I mean, back in the old days, with the modems and stuff, you get like an AOL disk, and then the disk would have like 50 hours of free internet attached to it or something, and then you'd have to pay for the time using it as well. So you pay. So a very big model of the internet usage of the past was like you had to pay your phone company basically a few cents or a few pennies per minute, right? Yeah. You'd use FTP. Yeah. I mean, how would you find out which FTP you want to use? You can manually set it on Steam, the Steam units, really? The units. What is it? Oh, okay. Download rates in bits per second. Oh. Oh, okay. Thanks for that. That's a good tip. In my day, we got discs in the newspaper. Okay, yeah. Got discs. Oh, I used to steal those discs from steal those cover discs. From to get game demos when I was like a child. It's really bad. Yeah, I mean, it's one thing getting it from an FTP, but who are you FTPing from? How do you even find the FTP in the first place? Without, yeah, take forever. Yeah, you get discs in the newspaper. So I used to buy PC Gamer a lot. So PC Gamer is obviously the big magazine. And then it used to come with loads of demos. So, and in that, in its heyday, right, PC Gamer used to give away 2 free discs, like the 2.2.5 inch or maybe 3.5 inch discs. We got the Coke on demo and cereal boxes. Yeah, those are the days. Can't be performed in the game. Is it because I try to do too much? Oh yeah, okay, it's loading. CD discs could be coming back. In what way are they coming back? So Demon Internet, yeah, that's a name I haven't heard for a long time. Demon Internet as an internet service provider. I think they have some really good game servers. They have some Quake servers too. So if you connected up to that ISP, they'd make money, and from the connection, because you'd be paying per minute, and they get a cut of that. And then you get to play on a faster ping on their servers. CD disks could be coming back. Some Chinese researchers found a way to lithographically store 200 terabytes of data on a CD disc. You mean CDs or Blu-rays? I mean, I always find that amazed how dense the data storage is on those discs. Where's your fancy camera? Are you using the iPhone now? I'm using a Sony A4 as a webcam. So this is my Sony A4 webcam. It would be very expensive. People don't like optical draw. I think what people have realized is that most people prefer the convenience of a smartphone. They'll watch a whole film on a tiny smartphone or an iPad, and they don't care if your film has been compressed heavily. They just want to see the content. People just don't care that much. And so this idea of like having a piece of content that's 200 terabytes is kind of pointless, because people much rather have a ripped compressed version from Netflix that is like 2 gigabytes or 1 gigabyte rather than the full quality experience. I love this other proof of purchase, but everything is abstracted into cloud. Now that's streamlined real time, unfortunately. Yeah, that's strange. The only place I use an optical drive is on my Xbox Series X. I have an Xbox Series X and I've never used the optical drive. Oh no, I have. I've got a couple of games. I went to a concert recently for an artist called Ginger Root, and I bought their vinyl. I don't own a vinyl player, but I just thought it'd be nice to have. It'd be nice to have an actual vinyl player. Why is it taking so long to load? Okay, I think the reason why it's taking a long time to load is because I've got the game stored on external drive, so that might be why. So I might have to do something with that. The other thing too is that hardware is more expensive in terms of memory per dollar than it is if you get an SSD. You can get terabytes of memory for a fraction of what you pay for an HDD. What? Okay, Invisible Woman. Who is Invisible Woman? Goodness. Oh, Invisible Woman. Is that a specific type? Is this like a stealth type, utility type? Oh. Marvel Rivals is not SSD, but Marvel Rivals takes a very long time to load on HDD. Oh, she's a strategist. Okay. Oh, is she like a melee character? You can play this by using wine. This is using wine, yeah. Yeah, I should probably loaded this onto my internal solid state drive. Would have been a lot better. She can heal and stuff.
Even when you can't see me, I'll still make you believe. Disappear!
What does going in here do?
Clear the way!
Oh, okay.
Force burst! We've got trouble.
I am using crossover. I haven't played anything. I haven't really played much of this game.
Vortex field!
Vortex field. So yeah, apologies. It's taken a bit longer than to load, just because I'm loading this from my NAS. It seems quite sensitive. So it's interesting. There's no ammo. Like your shot has to return to you first before we can shoot again.
Double KO! Psionic burst!
Oh.
That was a total blindside.
What does the right click do?
They look like they mean business. Psionic burst!
Oh, E is to pull in. So it's a strategist class.
Double KO! Never even saw me.
Oh, the ammo is on the bottom left. R to reload. Okay. You can't play this using Whiskey at the moment. One of the many benefits of crossover preview is the fact that you can play these games, and Whiskey is still using the wrong version of crossover. Android type plus F1. What does F1 do? Oh. Manifest an unknown force. Let me just see this. Manifest an unseen force field, rendering allies invisible, inside undetectable, and heal over time. So. Oh, I've got a V attack as well. Oh, V is the melee.
Now I see them.
Okay.
You asked for it. Force burst.
What does Force Burst do? What's Force Burst is shift. Gather sonic energy and then cast it upon hitting a target. Seeing, press the left shift key again, erupts in the sonic vortex.
Vortex field.
So we've got damage over time. So this one is a heal over time here. Whiskey is an old version of wine. Whiskey wine is for wine 7.7, and this is wine 10.0 release candidate 1. So completely different level of
We've got trouble.
a completely different level of goodness. Okay, space generates a force field. Stepping on it propels you in the invisible state. Oh, you can just go invisible all the time just by double jumping. This is cool. Yeah, Whiskey's cool and everything, but if you watch my crossover versus Whiskey video, you'll see the various advantages and disadvantages of using Whiskey, of which there are many. I mean, yes, Whiskey's free, but if you want to support wine Windows gaming properly, you should probably be getting a crossover preview. Kegworks, I'm not sure about. You have to ask GCNX himself. what that means exactly. I haven't actually experimented with Kegworks yet. But as I understand it, it's similar to Wineskin, right? Okay, hopefully I'm going to load into a game faster now. How much a discount do you get when you buy Cost of a Lifetime on Black Friday? It was like 24% off, I think, which is the most it ever is. Okay, hopefully I'll get into the game this time. Have I tried using lossless frame generation in conjunction with games? Lots of games support frame generation at the moment.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm the last person to load, so everyone else is loaded. Xbox loaded, the PS5's loaded. I found your vid day after Black Friday. I was super sad. Yeah, it'll go on sale soon. When Crossover 25 releases, that's gonna have like at least 25% off.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Okay, I should have really loaded this game onto the internal solid state drive. That's why I'm not loading fast enough. It's because frame generation is built into many games. I'm not sure about lossless frame generation. I haven't really used that before.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I won't get faster frame rates. I will get faster load times. But I will. I think what I might do if I can't load into a game, like I'm not. It's not a good test if I can't even load a game. In theory, right? Because I'm using RAID 6, so it should load faster than a normal hard drive. But yeah, it's bad. It's bad, I guess.
Capture the mission area.
Yeah, this is not good. Cause give it. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spare. I'll just see how this goes. I'm just going to have a quick pee break. Hopefully I won't get kicked, but I probably will get kicked. I'll be right back.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point. Control seized.
Okay, I think this is not good because I went for P and then I didn't even load in. Okay, so let's quit out of this and let's load it onto my internal drive, okay? Because this is ridiculous. It's not the shaders issue, it's just simply the thing. It is a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet connection, so it shouldn't be that bad. But let's move this locally. Shouldn't take that long. So guys, now I'm back. Let's throw some questions at me. More consistent frame times with SSD as well as latency is also low for LED-based objects. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's do this. Okay, so other games I'm going to test. So I can't test all of these. I've even failed to test one game properly so far. But other games that are on my list, which I'm going to continue on tomorrow, we got Power World, which is currently the Windows version of the game running through crossover. We have a native Mac port coming out soon. Counter-Strike 2, of course. I mean, I'm still unsure about what the best way to run that is. Is it DX11, using DXVK, or is it D3D Metal? Crossover gets Steam helper issue, doesn't open Steam. I've tried downloading Steam. Okay. Call of Duty is not possible just due to anti-cheat. Okay, that sucks. Oh, why is this downloading? Let's see what is being moved over. So let me see the C drive. So within the Steam apps folder, let's see. We've got Steam apps. We've got common, Marvel Rivals. So how much? Honestly, I always wanted to see how much has actually moved. So 31 gigs has moved. How big is the game anyway? Would you ever do a Q&A regarding crossover? I'm trying to play Fallout New Vegas and it seems jittery on the MacBook Pro M1. So the thing about New Vegas is that it is a 32-bit DirectX 9 game. So despite the fact that crossover is, despite the fact this is an older game, it's actually harder for crossover to run because it has to, it uses an expensive 32 to 64-bit kind of translation layer, which makes the game run very slow. So my tip is to use a virtual machine. So someone's got a guide on how to do this, but basically you want to be running it through a virtual machine. So you don't want to be using crossover, I'm afraid, not for that game. So how how big is Marvel? Marvel Rivals install size Steam Windows. 54 gigabytes. So this should be nearly done. Let me just check the size. 54. So that's copied. So even though this progress bar is not showing anything, that looks like it's done. 56. So hopefully it's done. So 70 gigabytes, but 50 is about right. What's your Mac config? I said this at the beginning. So this is the MacBook Pro M. This is the Mac Mini M4 Pro, 24 gigabytes of RAM, 16 GPU cores. Okay, good. Okay, good. That's moved. So hopefully we're gonna get a game of Marvel Rivals done today, and then that'll be the end of the stream. Tomorrow, Power World, Counter-Strike 2, 7 Days to Die, Goose Goose Duck, whatever that is, Unturned, Terraria, Warframe, Super Animal Royale. Someone recommended me that I play that. Lethal Company, Liar's Bar, One Armed Robber, Deadlock, Naraka Blade Point, and maybe Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, that's great information. So most of the games I want to play are old, PS3 and below, so it's crossover probably not the best. It just depends on which games we're talking about. So, for example, if you have a game that's PS3 era, then if it's had a modern remake, then those games are pretty good on the Mac through the translation layer. So, for example, like what is it, Katamari Reroll? I think that's meant to work well. There's other games that work not too badly. I limited the download speed on this, so let me just check. I wonder if it's trying to download anything. Whoop. play. And we don't want this to download. Yeah, so crossover is for that. The PS3 era was what, 2007 until like 2013, right? So yeah, a lot of those games like Grand Theft Auto 4, they don't work well on crossover. So yeah, generally speaking, that era is not good on crossover. I would say that something better would be RPCS3 is an option if you want to play those specific PS3 games. And any games that have had a remake. So like Persona, for example, Persona 3. Persona 3 remake works really well on crossover. Will GPTK2 make Marvel Rivals work? Correct as an option for it. Game Porting Toolkit 2 includes something called D3D Metal, and that's what's being used here in crossover previews. So when I'm running this, I'm using D3D Metal, which is part of Game Porting Toolkit 2. Okay, hopefully this is going to load a lot faster. Can't wait for my M4 MacBook Pro. 1 week more. 1 week more. Okay. What are you using to watch the stream then, if you don't have a Mac yet? What? Okay, good. I'm going to face my screen so I can actually see what's going on.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Okay, so this did load faster. Let's do this lady. I have a question, but not regarding gaming on a Mac. Shoot, far away. Any question is good. Ask about my personal life, hardware, how to make it in YouTube, anything. Do you ever think that just buying a laptop at a certain point is more worthwhile than trying to test a beating point of Edge of Mac? Yes. If you have a gaming PC, then all the stuff that we do is basically irrelevant. You could buy like a $500 computer that's probably going to have much fewer compatibility issues than anything else. Okay, good guys, I've not really played this game before, so let's see. Yeah, it is possible to play Fortnite, but I'm not going to get into it right now. FN Mac Assistant is what you want to be looking for. So when I double jump, I'm just completely invisible. For how long?
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Okay. So guys, who else is actually playing this particular game? So got one person who's made it to gold by playing on a Mac. Oh, if I take damage, I lose my...
No worries, I've got your back. I got you covered.
Oh, did I just die from jumping? Look at your teammates and attack them to heal them. Oh, I have to attack my teammates to heal them.
I don't give up so easily. Control seized.
The home folders file instantly call Apple and they said to do a time machine restart. I'll have a look at that in a moment, my friend. Oh, so my attacks heal. I can heal him. So I can heal the Hulk. Okay. I can be this guy's pocket healer. Oh, it just died. Your healer sees she's attacking your own team, so to speak. Oh, I just got Scarlet Witch destroyed.
It's clear I'm still needed here.
Okay.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point. We are undefeatable. No worries, I've got your back.
Here's my ultimate. Okay, it's cool. Oh, I'm a healer. I didn't realize that. So strategist really means healer, right?
Feeling fantastic. You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going. We've got trouble.
You're out of your league,
Vortex field.
This is Overwatch with new skins, yeah. I'm hesitant to run this game on my M4 MacBook Pro due to lower fan noise. All you gotta do is turn the settings down and then cap the frame rate, and then you'll be fine. If you really, really care, just turn down the settings and then point a fan at your Mac, like an external fan, a slow-moving fan.
Oh, look at that poor bushy tail. You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Vortex field. Where am I? Invisible? Clearly you needed some help.
I think I'm gonna be much better as a. I think I'll be much better as a normal DPS player because I suck at this. I suck as a healer. This is Proton. No, it's Crossover, which is basically the same as Proton. Hi, Andrew. I have a question about displays. Have you tried gaming full screen on a Mac using 32:9 monitor? Has compatibility with dual QHD?
I'm not the type who fades quietly.
Can I just use something that's a bit more traditional fighter?
I never wanted to be Iron Man.
30 seconds before you attack.
I want to be
Get
in
ready.
charge. Win-win.
How do I go down?
Moon Knight, I hear you've got a knack for tech. Yeah, and I got friends to help. Huh. You know, you should invest in a way to hide in the dark. Like maybe black clothes.
How do you go down? Oh, it's control.
It shines in the night.
I play Wolverine.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Which one's Wolverine?
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Go with. Someone else has got Wolverine.
Only for himself.
Lots of stuff to steal.
In this situation, I would recommend Cloak and Dagger. Just press W. Have I tried gaming on a 32:9 monitor? So basically, ultra wide gaming on a Mac is right hit and miss, right? So if a game supports it on PC, oh, what's this guy? What's this guy doing?
We are undefeatable.
Did not do well.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Come might be Wolverine.
I'm a blunt.
This guy's got more of a gun type of.
Like it. By the eye of Agamotto.
Wow, this actually feels really good. Like as the gunplay in this.
I'm not afraid of your damage.
But I am doing terribly in this game.
I'm hunkering down. Maximum pulse.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Render me assistance. This is where I make my stand. I'm hunkering down.
Wow, I can turret.
Battlefield ready again.
Double KO. Play the trick on us.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Whoa! Did you see that green?
Whoa.
I want one. Don't mind me. I'm just dying.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going. I totally
Well, I actually made some kills.
Hey, Dee!
Us against the world.
Why? Because so many Lokis here. How does that happen?
The area's almost yours. Bad guys. There they are.
Heavy weapons. Get in there. You did real good, Furball. Target's down.
Oh, I just destroyed it. Overtime. The strategist 123. Thank you very much. Gotta go study. I understand.
Now I'm getting.
I think we just lost the game. Oh, that's a close one. 99 to 99%. Charged in. Okay, this is quite fun. Have I tried the DXMT Alpha? Oh, Gato Paint, welcome to the stream.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
I haven't tried it. I will try it at some point. Okay. When playing a traditional shooter character, like Punisher, I seem to have more fun. That was fun. So this is like low quality preset, and we've got FSR set to quality mode at 1440p. Did you try Counter-Strike 2 on M4 Max with higher settings? No, I haven't tried it. I don't have an M4 Max anymore. I returned it, and I'm about to return this Mac Mini with the M4 Pro. But Apple gave me a few more days with it.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
I'm not a hero. I'm the Punisher.
The Punisher seems like a fun character. So, Gato Paint, have you tried DXMT much? So, DXMT is a new open source DirectX to Metal translation layer. Can you let me know which games will actually work better on it, because I haven't really experimented much yet.
I'll fight this war against crime until I fall.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Hey, I like your firearms.
What's a team up? What does that mean?
The same taste on this backward planet.
Yeah? What do you got in your trash can?
Let's see. Ion turret, photon reaction chain gun, mini black hole.
War journal entry. This world is
The battle starts in 5,
a talking
4,
raccoon's got better
3,
guns than me.
2, 1. You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Different battlefield, same war.
You're mine. The enemy has arrived. Feel the pull.
Need some ranged firepower.
Armor patch here. Hey up.
Did the guy just walk through a wall?
You're my kind of rodent. Smoke screen.
Anyone willing to help?
More scum scraped off.
Can I help this person? No.
Smoke up. Here they come. Need some ranged firepower.
Oh. Thanks for the stream, Andrew. Gotta go. Thanks. Thanks very much for joining the channel.
One step closer to
I'm not done yet.
So we've just gotta defend it. We've just gotta defend this point.
Down and out.
Clearly you needed some help.
Oh. Got punished by another Punisher. Got KO'd
I'm
completely.
not
Yeah.
done yet. Find cover and get
Rivals seem designed to scale very nicely with hardware ability. Yeah, I think this works pretty well on a Mac. Despite the...
heavy weapons.
Oh, press the wrong bloody button.
My
I'm hunkering down.
It's not a good place to put my turret.
Judge, jury, executioner. Judge, jury,
Oh, I got killed by this other guy's ultimate.
judge, jury, executioner. Judge, jury.
This other Punisher is really kicking my ass here. Oh, I've got another gun. Oh, it's a shotgun. I can switch weapons.
I'm hunkering down.
Ah, press the wrong button again. Okay, good, good, good.
don't mind me. My just dying.
Only 60 seconds.
Oh, I got killed by the dancer butterfly. Okay.
Double KO.
Back for another tour.
Come on, I'm right here.
Victory.
Another epic victory.
Yeah, I think Rivals is working pretty well. Netvo TV, hey Andrew, have you checked your junk folder? I did check my junk folder. I ain't seen anything from you yet. Just message me on Discord. Okay, I gotta quit out this. So overall, that was a fun game of Marvel Rivals. This is the M4 Pro machine. Seems to work pretty well. Let's just have a look at. Let's just check our settings again. Wait a sec. Quality mode FSR at 1440p. And frame generation's off. It's basically set to low, and then the model details set to performance mode, which is if you set the low preset. Somebody said earlier. Some maps lag a lot though. Which maps lag? It seems to be pretty good. Let's just run a bit of the. Let's run a bit of the practice mode. What's a Doom match? It might be M1 only though. Yeah, the CPU has got a lot to do with it. We're talking about Rosetta. Starlord looks fun.
I found a family out here in space, and I'll do whatever it takes to keep them safe. Oh boy, here they come!
The movement in this game is really fun.
No stopping the Star-Lord! Sniper, take cover! Let's try this again.
What's this teleport?
Tremble before blast!
Plasma burst.
This is the Sanctum in New York, right?
Can't keep me down for long.
Oh, the attacking animations are really cool. They're actually really cool.
No stopping the Star-Lord.
Yeah, Netvo TV. I hadn't seen anything from you, so I checked my spam folder of both my email accounts, so I hadn't seen nothing. The stages look gorgeous. So this is the Sanctum from, and this is on low. This is the low preset as well.
Oh boy, here they come! My aim is true. Oh, sweet moves, right?
Ow, just got sliced.
Can't keep me down for long.
Okay, cool. Okay, guys, so I gotta stop soon because I've got to pick up my child from school and take her to tennis. I tried Marvel Rivals on a MacBook Air M2 with lowest settings possible. Barely getting... Yeah, this game, right, if you look at the metal HUD on the top right, we're talking 15 gigabytes of memory usage. So if you've only got 15 gigabytes of unified memory, you're probably not going to have a good time. I don't feel like there's much stuttering, to be honest. Feels like it runs pretty well. Once those shaders are compiled, it's not too bad. Okay, so guys, tomorrow I'm gonna do another stream about 11 a.m. UK time. So I'm gonna get that ready. I'll be doing the games that are on the list here. So running all these games on my M4 Pro Mac Mini. Because, like I said, all those games on the left, I'll try to run them once, and then we'll see how we go. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this stream. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure to check out my stream that's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, thank you. It's great. It's not really nice to see everyone coming together and enjoying some nice multiplayer gaming on the Mac. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.